Welcome to another Pub Sports Radio NHL Play of the Day for Saturday, September 12th. I'm Ian Cameron. It's Western Conference Final, game number 4. Vegas Golden Knights, Dallas Stars. Dallas leading the series 2-1 after a thrilling overtime victory in Game 3. Alexander Radulov with the overtime winner to give the Stars a 2-1 lead in the series. Vegas looking to bounce back and even things up. They're a -165 favorite here in Game 4. The total, 5.5 across the board. Very interesting to see. We did not see that total get adjusted down to 5, which I thought might be the case after 3 consecutive unders to begin this series. 3-0 to the under. With the total being 5.5, I'm inclined to keep looking in that direction, under the total. You've got two teams that have reverted to a very strong defensive-minded nature here in this series. Dallas was playing up and down the ice, fire wagon hockey, throughout the first 2 rounds against Calgary and Colorado. But they've really changed their style of play in this round. And quite frankly, they've gotten back to the type of hockey they played all season throughout the regular season, this Dallas Stars team. Tighter checking, more attention to detail defensively. And to be honest, Dallas, if you watch Game 3, they played well, but they did not play well in the third period. Vegas dominated them territorially. They had the better chances. They outshot the Stars by a significant margin. They had the entire advantage in terms of high-danger scoring chances created. Dallas stayed tied with Vegas in the third period and gave themselves a chance to win in overtime, which they eventually did for one reason only: Anton Khudobin. He was ridiculous in the third period. Ridiculous. The only goal, the goals that beat him were the seeing eye shot from Shea Theodore, and then the other goal was off Mark Stone and bounced into the net. Dallas challenged, I should say, for goaltender interference on that play. They lost the challenge, and then Vegas had a power play after that 2-2 goal to try to take the lead, and Khudobin was magnificent. He was making these acrobatic, all kinds of, lower body saves, stretching out, to make incredible pad saves along the ice. He did everything in his power to give the Dallas Stars an opportunity to win that game. That was a magnificent performance on his part. But if you look at that game and how it played out, there were extended periods of Game 3 where Vegas was taking it to Dallas. And unfortunately, you know how it works in hockey. Just because you outshoot the team, just because you outplay them, just because you have more chances than them, doesn't always mean you're going to win the game. And Anton Khudobin pretty much stole Game 3 for Dallas. I think it's Vegas's turn to bounce back in this one. This has that back and forth feel to it, this series. Robin Lehner is not going to be happy with the goal he allowed to Jamie Benn in the third period. That's a goal he should have stopped. But the goal that Radulov scored in overtime, he really had no chance on that one. Perfect shot off the post and in to give the Stars that win in overtime in Game 3. I think Vegas can bounce back, though. Look, they can't be too frustrated or angry with the way they played in Game 3, especially in the third period where they dominated the run of play against Dallas, but just got stymied by Anton Khudobin. It's important to note, though, Khudobin got pulled in Game 2, so he had a little bit more rest going into Game 3, and I think that allowed him to have just an incredible performance in net. He was feeling a little bit fresher because he got pulled early in Game 2. Now, though, a heavy workload in Game 3. He's got to come back on Saturday night here in Game 4 and try to play at just as high a level. I think that's going to be tricky for him to do that. So I'm going to zigzag. This has been a zigzag series from the beginning. Dallas won Game 1. Vegas came back to tie the series in Game 2. Dallas won Game 3, albeit a little fortuitously, because the run of the play was in the favor of the Golden Knights. And now I think it's Vegas's opportunity to bounce back and tie this series. But I'm going to go with Vegas. Instead of the money line, I'm going to do what I did in Game 2 when I successfully bet on Vegas. I'm going to go with the regulation line instead. We'll take Vegas in regulation at +100 here in Game 4 to tie up this series. And I'm also going to stick with the under train. It's been working. 3-0 to the under. We had a little bit of an explosion in the third period of Game 3 to get close to the total, but not enough to send it over. We'll go under the total of 5.5 -135 one more time. So looking at Vegas and under, my two my side and total for Game 4, Western Conference Final, at your Pub Sports Radio NHL Play of the Day for Saturday, September 12th. I'm Ian Cameron. Thank you for watching. Reminder to check out pubsportsradio.com every day. And also a reminder about my new live weekly NFL and college football betting show on the Pub Sports Radio YouTube channel. It's Ian Cameron's Football Frenzy every Thursday, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you tune in for that. Enjoy Game 4 of the Western Conference Final, and I will be back with you tomorrow on Sunday for another Pub Sports Radio NHL Play of the Day.